When China-Taiwan tensions continue to mount, China isn't hiding its intentions. It claims self-ruled Taiwan as its own territory. This time, the Chinese premier has even adopted a harder stance against Taiwan. Our next report has the latest.
Is China going to attack Taiwan? It's a question we ask all the time. It's a question we've been asking too frequently of late. That's because the threat is growing with every passing day. China sees self-ruled Taiwan as a breakaway province that will eventually be under its control. Beijing has repeatedly vowed to take it one day, even by force, if necessary. And now, China has officially adopted a tougher language against Taiwan as it released its budget figures. Beijing failed to mention peaceful reunification with Taiwan in its government report. Delivered by the Premier Li Qiang at the opening of the National People's Congress, which is said to be China's rubber stamp parliament.
We must persist in implementing the party's overall strategy for resolving the Taiwan issue in the new era. Adhere to the One China principle and the 1992 consensus. Resolutely oppose Taiwan separatism and foreign interference. Promote the peaceful development of cross-strait relations. Unswervingly push forward the cause of reunification of the motherland.
A fear which hangs over the self-ruled islands. Chinese ships and military jets repeatedly cross the median line. Beijing also conducts war games near the shores of Taiwan. Taipei is wary that Chinese forces could launch a full-blown attack. China sees Taiwan as a part of its own territory. But now, by dropping the word peaceful, it has sent a strong message not just to Taiwan but also to its allies. China also announced a 7.2% increase in its defense budget, which is already the world's second highest, only behind the United States at $222 billion. The increase in the budget matches last year's rate and exceeds the government's growth forecast. Since Xi Jinping became the president and commander-in-chief more than a decade ago, the defense budget has been ballooned almost twice. The defense budget has been closely watched by China's neighbors and the United States. Japan calls the rapid rise of Chinese military might a serious concern. Chinese warplanes and warships sail and fly around Taiwan on an almost daily basis. China also has territorial disputes with Japan, the Philippines, and several other nations in the Western Pacific. The US military patrols in the same area. Rising fears if the tensions continue to escalate, it could spiral into an international incident or even conflict. And America could find itself pulled into a new theater of conflict. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Well, during the largest political event of the year, the Chinese President Xi Jinping warned that the promotion of the new productive forces as growth catalysts must not give rise to unrestricted expansion. Xi Jinping made the comments during a panel discussion of the Jiangsu province delegation, while adding that the Chinese government must oppose irrational blind investments that create bubbles. During the 14th National People's Congress, President Xi highlighted that while promoting new productive forces, he is not suggesting neglect or giving up traditional industries. Earlier, the Chinese Premier Li Qiang promised prioritize developing new productive forces as the country's first task this year. New productive forces mean productivity that is freed from traditional economic growth models. It usually features high technology and high quality. It's a growth model with new development philosophy. Last year in September, President Xi introduced the term in Chinese politics in order to push the country's technology and economic upgrade. Since then, the phrase new productive forces could be seen in every local government document and state media report. President Xi's panel discussion with the deputies of the Jiangsu province also highlighted the Chinese government's push into the production of electric vehicles. Jiangsu is China's second largest provincial economy after Guangdong, The region is known for its exports, new industries like solar and electric vehicles. Last year, the province's gross domestic product hit $1.78 trillion. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.